G'day, it's Mark Grogan from O'Neill Real Estate. This is 3 Ives Place in Armadale, and we are going to go and see all of it. Now, there's a fair bit to see. It's an as-is, where-is kind of sale. That's what is going on here. What you see is what you get. Hey, but what you get, it's pretty good. You're going to have to look past some of the things in order to see the other things that are exciting about this one. But let's face a couple of facts straight up. You've got good parking. It's a little untidy in some areas, but all the stuff that you're seeing there that's untidy, it's going. So don't worry about that. I know you're smart enough to look past that when you're looking at houses. Geez Louise, I mean, don't have to have it perfect just to see what's going on. You're more intelligent than that, I know that. And down the side here, we've got plenty of space as well. We're gonna go and see all of the detail of what we have to talk about here. There is so much. Check out the size of this patio. We're gonna have a proper look at that as well. Whew, there's a lot of things to like with this one. All right, so we're going to go back to the front and work our way through to the backyard, and we'll see everything in between. One thing I will point out real quick is this. Now, I know when we sell these as-is, where-is kinds of sales, people are kind of like, oh, is it a problem? Well, I mean, I'm not saying it's perfect, but I am saying that this is, check this out. This, if you know anything about anything, is a very good sign. So there's the power. There's the meter. There's the switchboards. All of that is done. All fixed. All good. Got rid of the old Bakelite fuses, and we've got the circuit breakers on everything. I mean, it is all done right. That is very good news, because if it ain't done right, it's very expensive. And in this case, everything's fixed. That's been done like a year ago, and all of that is ready to rock. So we're off to a flyingly good start with that. Let's go and see everything in a little bit more detail. And just like that, we're in the house. So we have in the front entrance a security door that we just came through. Now that is a good one. Like there's a lot of cool things going on in this house. I got to point them out as I go, but security door, that's all good. Nice front door, needs a bit of a polish and a stain, but it's in good nick overall. So this is the crash course. I'll take you sort of room by room, then we'll go into a little bit of detail. At the front, we have a large lounge room, and then we come through this way where we have the kitchen. All of that leads through to the back enclosed patio, which is kind of dark, but you can brighten it up. And then over on this side, we have a cat that, I'll be honest, did surprise me just then. And we have more space over here. Don't worry, if it's going too fast, we're coming back to explore in detail. If it's going too slow and you go, yeah, this is good buying, I just want to get on with making an offer, Mark Grogan, can you tell me how? Yes, I can. Go to markgrogan.com.au, where you can click on the email agent form. When you click on that email agent form, we'll send you all the details on how to make an offer. We'll send you a copy of the structural report. All that kind of jazz is part of the package with that. And we have a room here. We have another room here. We have another room here. We have another room here. It's the bathroom. That is the other smallest room of the house. Right, let's go back this way and kind of get our bearings on everything. Oh, one other thing, obviously, we're going to go outside and see, but just to give you some context within the floor plan, that huge patio. Right, so that pretty much shows you the layout of things. Let's get into the nitty-gritty of all of that. By the way, that room that I said was dark does have a light switch. Just turn that on now. All right, back to the front we go. And here we have the lounge room. That door there leads through to the passage that we were in before, where the lights weren't on, but then they were on because there's a sensor light in there. And backing onto the room where I was fumbling around trying to find the light switch without mentioning it. Then we have roller shutters in this room as well. I'll show you through. Electric roller shutters. Because it's an as-is, where-is sale, why don't I show you that things are working, hey? How about we do that? Because, that's going to save all the rigmarole of you wondering or coming along to a home open and trying to, flush toilets and be awkward. Not you. It is awkward for people to try and do that when they're at a home open. That's what I'm saying. I mean, it's not on you. So, you know, it needs some plant life removed from the front section there in order to get that to properly sit at the bottom. But it does work, is what I'm saying. There's a fan. Should we see if it works? I reckon nah. Oh, it works. Oh my gosh, what a win, folks. What a win. Hey, by the way, you don't really need the fan because we do have reverse cycle ducted air conditioning through here. Crank that up for comfort. That's all here, see? You've got that. You've got that. All of that in place, ready to go for you. Very, very good. Now, we have seen the lounge room. This is your kitchen. That is your meals area. There's the gas cooktop and gas oven. There's the laundry. We'll come back this way to go and explore those outdoor, indoor kind of spaces in a moment. But for now, let's... Oh, I mentioned the smallest room in the house before. That is another small room in the house, which is a cupboard. But, you know, too small to be classed as a room, let's be honest. I mean, come on, real estate agents will push it, but that's really kind of pushing it a bit too far. Okay, so this is bedroom. Now, there's the light switch. Get it together, real estate guy. All right, so this room has the built-in wardrobes. Again, if you were at the home open, I know you'd have a little look inside. That's okay. I don't judge it. Cupboard there, cupboard there. Plenty of room with those built-in wardrobes. So this would be, in theory, the main bedroom. Power and TV up there. And another roller shutter. Should we test it? Sure, let's do it. It's got power. I think it's been a long time since this one's been closed. Perhaps an indication that you're in a good location. I know some people have the roller shutters for security. So that's a good sign because the plant life had grown where the roller shutter would close. So that's good. All right, well, come on. I mean, it makes for a long video. Skip along, folks. By the way, if you haven't already worked that out, you can go at your own pace. This is going to be a long tour. I don't know how long it'll go for. It'll go until it finishes it, basically. I think it's probably the way we'll go. Put all the way up, put all the way up. Yeah, she's right, mate. No, that's good. There you go. Put it back where it was. Leave things how you found them, Mark. I did. There we go. The lounge room from the other side, like I mentioned before. The Ruby Room. This is a bedroom as you would expect it to be. Reverse cycle ducted air conditioning vent there. And all of this in good order. Should we check the roller shutter? Oh, get over it, mate. We know things work. Okay, well, I'll just turn that and we'll come back and see it down later. And this room here, again, with the built-in wardrobes, very well appointed for storage. I mean, full marks for that. That is really good. So, loads of storage in this bedroom. And another roller shutter. Well, I put that one down. Okay, we'll go back and see the other one. That's how we're going to do this. It's down. It made it all the way down without a problem in the world. And there we go. Yep. That's fine. That's good. That works. Happy days. I mean, again, we can watch it go all the way up. But maybe we want to see that that one's gone all the way down. So that's fine. We'll put it up now. Yep. Here it goes, here it goes. And that one all the way up. That one going up. That's the toilet. Oh, I said I was going to flush it as part of the whole final inspection thing. Look, I can, all right? Here we go. You don't want to watch that on YouTube. It's a toilet flushing, but it works. Is the system still running? No, it's not. Hey, it all functions, it all works, everything's sweet. Here at 3 Ives Place in Armadale. This is the bathroom. Now, I'm going to show you something that you wouldn't expect to see, but maybe you do. Maybe you know what you're going to find, because the theme so far, blue and yellow tiles. Look at that. A proper commitment to a color scheme. Subtle enough, I suppose, until you see that. Oh, yeah. That is a commitment to a club if ever I saw it. Etched into the tiles. Well, not even etched into the tiles. It is the tiles. That is Eddie the Eagle as we celebrate what has been a less than stellar run. But every day as you dry yourself and you look down at your toes, you can think maybe next year's our year. And until then, chuck the bath mat in front and forget about it. That's a season we don't want to talk about. But we've got Harley Reid. Yeah, I know, it's all good. So that is the bathroom in decent condition after all of that waffle from the real estate guy. All right, we've been down this end of the house long enough. Let's go this way. Oh, that room. We're going to do this room first. Slate floors through here, by the way. So that's rock that has been around since the dawn of time, cut, honed, and fitted to be the floor in this house today. It'll polish up really well if you want to, or obviously, being that it's slate, you can leave it as it is. It's rock solid because it's a rock. All right, so this is an enclosed patio out here. Is it council approved? I don't know. We don't know with this house. This is an as is, where is sale. What you see is what you get. It's been here for a darn long time. It's been here for as long as you've been able to get bricks that look like that. And find a bricklayer that can build an arch like that. And then head off to the tile shop to pick up a tile like that. Perhaps more tasteful than the Eagles tile. I don't know. That's up to you to make that call. And there's a Metas stove out here within all of that, but there's a desk in front of it, so I'm gonna have to show you under the desk so you can see that. The desk won't be there later on, but yeah, that's what's happening out here. It's been like this for a long, long time, so what you see is what you get, and what you get is very decent space out here. There is also a ducted air convent out to this room. Good space. As you can see, currently set up as a bedroom, but it's really an enclosed patio. You can sleep on the patio. I said Metas stove before. I don't think that's actually the brand. It might be a Metas. I don't know enough about my 30s, 40s, 50s kitchen appliances or cooking. What do you call it? White, I mean, it's not white goods. Pale green goods. That is out here, so that keeps this whole place warm. That all works, it's all being used. And this is a very good setup here. Again, subtle as it may be, the Eagles theme still cutting through in this enclosed patio that has become very much an important part of the day-to-day livability of this home. This is used a lot, this section. That is why it has such a gigantic TV on the wall. That won't be there, but that is gigantic. And up here, another air conditioner. And the bar. An important asset in the life of any Eagles supporter, no doubt. We have the door here out to the side yard, but we'll go and see that side yard from the other side after we've seen this side of the yard. And this is the side where that thumping great big patio is. Check it out, folks. That is some serious entertaining area. And that is what it's all about. We've got an outdoor kitchen area over here. There's gas points, so you can get all that cooking going on out here as well. It really is an amazingly large space. This is very, very good. What's back there? Good question. Let me show you. By the way, when we came around the front at the very beginning, we came out this side, that's kind of where we came from. I'm sure that's all making sense to you now. This, folks, is another bathroom. There's a shower, there's a toilet, there's a basin. As I mentioned before, it's all as is, where is. But what you see is what you get. What you get is one of these. Should I test it? I mean, yeah, okay. I don't know why you're so insistent on watching the toilet flush, but sure. Skip back and watch it again if you really want to. And does the shower work? It's a while since it's been used, I reckon. Is there hot water? Sure, let's check. Okay, we'll come back to this in a second. I'm not wasting water, I'm just going to come back to it in a sec. All right, that's a quick overview of that. While the shower gets hot, I'll show you down here, and we have the back of another shed, which means we have the entrance to the shed right there. We'll go and see it from the other side. That is the portion of the outdoor space where the bathroom is. It has lights, by the way. That's hot. I don't know how to show you in a video that that's hot, other than... Does that sell it? I mean, look, it's hot. You're going to have to trust me. I think if you've been watching this video with me for 17 minutes so far, I think there's a degree of trust. Maybe I'm worried you don't have trust, and that's why I've had to show you toilets flushing and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, you've got the space, folks. You've got the shower, you've got hot water, you've got everything you need to make for a very comfortable home. Did I mention it's as is, where is? That's why I'm kind of testing this stuff for you, because things are what they are. And if you're expecting them to be any different, I'm afraid you will be either delighted or disappointed, because they're not going to change. Some of the stuff will be gone, some of it will still be here. Got garden beds out here, got the shed. And what Aussie backyard would be complete without the Hills hoist? Really, really good. All right, we'll go this way, have a look out the back. So much concreted area, by the way. All of that with the cream-coloured concrete through there. I was going to say poured limestone. I don't know if it's poured limestone, so we'll say cream-coloured concrete. Oh, and another fireplace there too. So that's right there. What a night spent out here enjoying all the space that's on offer, I reckon. Another shed. Another shed. Do you want to see inside? Okay, we can see inside. I guess that's the way this tour has gone so far. We've been checking everything. Why not check that? There you go. So, quite a few bits and pieces. Some of them might still be here. A lot of them will be gone. That is the nature of an as is, where is kind of sale, folks. What you see is what you get. You might get things you didn't expect to get. I really am giving you every possible angle of this. But when you've got this much space, there's a lot of it to see. So that's why we are trying to get as much detail as we can. Even this nicely cleared bit of space. Do you want to see in here? I guess I can, sure. Just a little space. There used to be a pool here some time ago, so that's what that's all about. There was a pool pump in there, if you didn't see that. Slightly awkward angle for me to try and work with. More concrete here. You've got gates at the end of the carport. You can open those up, drive through to the backyard. Plenty of space to get everything happening with this one. It is very easy to work with. There's a lot of patio space, a lot of covered area, and all of it in very workable order. That tree right there, that's a locust. Don't know what a locust is? Google it. It's spelled L-O-C-U-T. Locust. In case you haven't worked it out, that's the back of the enclosed patio that's currently used as a bedroom. By the way, I say it's enclosed patio, it's under the main roof, right? So that's all part of the main roof, and that is the room below it. This is a patio, insulated, as evidenced by the insulation in there. All right, I think that shows you everything you need to see. I don't think there's anything I've missed, but if there is, well, hey, hit us up with the questions. But in case I didn't mention it, this is an as-is, where-is sale. So what you see is what you get, and you might get things you didn't expect to get, and there might be things that you thought you were getting that you don't get. But there's not, like, fixtures and fittings, they're all staying. The hot water system that I tested before and felt hot water in the shower, that's staying. All that kind of stuff, that's staying. Random bits and pieces, that's what might stay. Like, see that bin there? Like that might stay, it might go. I don't know. I guess that's part of the fun of an as-is, where-is sale. You never know what you're going to get. But you get yourself a skip bin and you pretty much sorted anything you don't want. Oh, look at all those lights up there too. There's so many lights. You've got the down lights up there, everything running across there. You've got the fans. Do the fans work? Yeah, baby. They work. It's just an as-is, where-is sale for the reasons of simplicity. It's not as-is, where-is sale because we go, oh, it's got major dramas. No, I don't believe it does have major dramas. I mean, there's always dramas with a house. Whether it's a perfect house or imperfect house, you always got something going on with a house. If you don't like dramas, that's what renting's for, my friend. And even then, you've got dramas, but you don't own the drama. You just have to wait for the person that owns the drama to fix the drama. Life is just not a perfect thing. That is the reality of it all. The gutters, they're quite crap. So you will have to factor in that you need to fix that bit of gutter, because that bit of gutter, when the rain comes, the water runs down here and it hits the ground. And you might have noticed at the back of the wall of the wardrobe, there was some, like the paint was a bit flaky. That would be from that, is my assessment of things, because that wall there, right, that backs onto, oh, I did leave the roller shutter open. That backs onto that wardrobe that's like there. So, you don't have to be a genius, thankfully, to work out that those two things are likely linked. So fix your gutter and you fixed your internal cupboard. I mean, you've killed two birds with one stone. And that is pretty much the wrap, folks. I think that's shown you everything you could possibly need to see. And I think after, by the way, it's fiber to the premises with this. That's the box. All right, I think that's everything you could possibly need to see now that I've shown you that. That's the story, folks. It's a great cul-de-sac street. There's a whole lot to like about it. That is 3 Ives Place in Armadale. I look forward to seeing you here. Thanks for watching.